The Jane Doe demo recently dropped, and it was so hot it broke the gotcha community. And just like the Robin drama, the community has become split over the sexuality of Jane Doe. And you have people that started to harass and attack others for thinking that Jane Doe is either straight or bisexual, as well as you have people that have taken this opportunity to say homophobic and harmful things over a video game character, which is just absolutely ridiculous on both sides. And well, after seeing this happen twice recently with one, Robin, and two, Firefly, and not saying much the first two times, I decided that this time I want to make a video on the topic because honestly, it's just getting ridiculous how often this happens. And it's something I feel like I just want to address. So to start off, let's address that. One, there's nothing wrong with someone thinking that a character is straight, gay, bisexual, or anything else. People are allowed to have their headcanons. Whether you agree with it or not, that's not their problem. Leave them alone. Hoyo intentionally leaves these characters' relationships and sexualities up to interpretation, to allow people to self insert and view the characters in the way that will let them enjoy the character the most, because from a business standpoint, it's just what makes the most sense. However, what is not acceptable and weird behavior is when someone becomes upset with another person's headcanon and harasses them just because their headcanon did not match their own. My friend Ray recently had to deal with this firsthand after making a tweet saying she thought Jane Doe was bi. Here's a tweet of what she said, and well, there's just nothing wrong with it. She was not trying to force her headcanon as fact onto someone. She was just simply sharing her opinion on her platform. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, someone took this as a personal attack just because it didn't line up with their whole Jane Doe as a lesbian headcanon. And because of that, decided to say a vile and hateful thing about bisexual people, as well as telling Ray to go do stuff in Minecraft, which is dude, how low can you go? I can't show you the person's comment because the comment's been deleted by Twitter because it was against TOS, which honestly, ever since Elon Musk started running it, it's pretty impressive to get TOS for anything. However, here's the Twitter account. You can look through it for yourself. And I mean, I don't know, you can be the judge if you think it's a serious account or not. Personally, I kind of think it's a bait or troll account. You look through some of the posts, they're blatantly homophobic towards bi people. Just comes off very baity. But at the end of the day, I know that there are people out there saying stuff like this that aren't bait accounts. And because of that, I'm not going to treat this like a bait account. And I'm going to, for the sake of this video, I'm going to treat it like it is a real account. And even if it is a troll account, this is still just absolutely vile and unacceptable behavior. You can't go around harassing people for their headcanons. Doesn't matter if they agree with you or not. If they're not being disrespectful to you, you can't just go and attack them. And not only that, but people like this forcing their lesbian headcanon on people and harassing those that disagree with them are not only harassing people minding their own business, but they're causing more hate for the community that they're supposedly trying to speak for or champion. Hate creates more hate. And spreading hate towards people minding their own business and just enjoying the characters that aren't hurting anyone. And by attacking them, all you're doing is encouraging people to retaliate. And by attacking others, this can lead to more homophobic attacks and blatant statements being made, again, just towards people who are trying to mind their own business. Which these sexuality dramas are not an opportunity to go around saying homophobic statements just because it's a fictional character. But unfortunately, that was lost on a few content creators. And to be clear, saying you think a character is straight, bi, lesbian, or something else is totally fine. But saying something like this in a post that you will turn someone straight after one night regardless is not only very homophobic, but just really weird. If a gay man went up to you as a straight guy and said that he's gonna bounce on your booty cheeks until he turned you gay, you'd likely be really weirded out by that guy, and rightfully so, because it's just weird. Anyway, I still hadn't said anything about it until this quote tweet. I'll give you a second to read it. And I commented this in an environment that wasn't public so that Legion wouldn't feel called out or attacked. Basically saying the guy had a point and trying to explain without lecturing, being condescending, or accusing him of anything why this statement can be harmful. I could go into a whole essay about why saying you can turn a gay person straight is very harmful, but if I'm being honest, for the sake of the video, I'm not going to get that off topic, and I won't go into it here. But if you're interested, you can look up conversion therapy, and there's plenty of info already on the topic. Anyway, I was just greeted with what I can only assume is a subtweet less than an hour later that looks like this. And addressing this statement in this tweet one by one, firstly, no one ever said Legion was homophobic. Nowhere in the original statement to him did I mention the words homophobia or homophobic. And even if this wasn't subtweeted at me at the time of the recording of this video, no comment or quote tweet, including the one he was originally talking about, called him homophobic. He then states his tweet about how he can turn a lesbian straight is a joke and justifies it by saying it's not real. So I'd like to ask, if a character is not real, then is it okay to call a black character a racial slur just because it isn't real? I would assume most people, myself included, would answer no, it's not okay, because they understand that while the comment was directed at a fictional character, it is still a harmful statement towards the real world black people. But according to Legion's logic, this behavior would be okay because his character isn't real. Lastly, he says that he said it because people make her lesbian, which if someone headcanon Jane Doe as lesbian makes you mad, you are part of the problem. You are the exact thing you are complaining about, but instead of people shutting you down for saying she's straight, you're shutting down others for saying she's gay. And if you want to call out that people are harassing others for their headcanons, then go for it. Have fun. But don't make a homophobic statement like this and get upset when you're called out for it. If a picture is green and you say it's gray, don't be mad when people say you're colorblind. Just so people don't say I'm only picking on Legion, V made a similar tweet talking about how Tectone is converting lesbians, which again is not only a harmful statement, but is also incredibly ironic because he's quote tweeting the person who is handling this correctly. Tectone's tweet is funny. I even liked it myself because he isn't being homophobic and he's just messing with people who are trying to force their headcanons or gatekeep fictional characters for men. Which, those people are just weird, annoying, and problematic. And something we talked about at the beginning of the video. I've even seen him during the Robin drama correcting individuals in his chat that were turning the drama into lesbians versus straight people thing, and him correcting them saying no, it's an issue with headcanon police. And I think his most recent tweet just serves as a good example of how to correctly deal with people like this without harassing people just minding their own business. But unfortunately, some people just still don't get it. Tectone can say he thinks a character is straight. Tectone can say a character is his girlfriend. I even did it myself with Firefly. Tectone can say he wants to do things to Robin or Jane Doe. Why? Because they're not real. But notice how he didn't say he was going to convert someone he thought was lesbian? There's a line where things start to become problematic and homophobic towards real-world people, and Tectone seems to understand that line well. However, some others do not. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for listening. This isn't meant to be a call-out or a cancel post towards anyone. I'm not claiming anyone is homophobic, rather that certain misguided statements are homophobic, and this video is rather just a topic that I felt passionate about sharing my opinion on. And there's one thing I hope people take away from this. If you're asked people because they think a character's straight or bi, you're weird, annoying, and harmful to the community. If you're homophobic over a video game character, you're just as big as a problem as them, if not bigger. And if you're just a gooner minding their own business, live your best life, King, keep on gooning, and enjoy the Jane Doe Rule 34. See you, YouTube. Bye!